I've got supplies for sale.
Nicely done! Yahtzee, well done.
Can't come through here, friend. Temerty's closed it off for fear of the plague.
Magical ability required to make such a barrier. It's remarkable.
Hurry in the brush!
Invaders in the air! And boom!
Devour! You share in our...
Let's talk at camp. We've seen giants like these before. What happened here?
Treacherous weed! Stay in the brush! Devour! I've never seen so many dream clouds in one place. What's drawing them here? What do you think when you do it? Gather round. Coming from the left. Disturbs us.
We're still alive. That's what matters.
They're coming. I've dreamt of exploring Nagakubel for years, to find out what happened to the godless who built this and why they vanished. Of course, but we can take a little look around, since we're here already, can't we?
We found something like this in Naku Tadak. What's their significance?
These are magfolk. They're often found in many godless ruins, but they are definitely not godless. That's no surprise. The magfolk are responsible for taking many lives. Godless ruins are filled with magfolk remains, but no records of them exist in Akedan lore. I don't think the godless did well against the magfolk.
They seem to be killing machines. But who made them? And to what end?
Years. Blood like a fountain. No quarter. Nothing spared.
Wait, did the voice in your head just talk? What did it say? Perhaps more. It's impossible to know the true count. Anything of historic importance is often blood-soaked. Are you ready? We're entering one of their holiest places. Who knows what we'll find? Okay. Got my wand, got my grimoire. Let's go already. I think Worthan Roth.
We remember. They loved, and we loved in return. We are nearly free now. We remember. They loved, and we loved in return.
Just a minute. Walk like it's hard. Oh, look at that Audra. What else might be here?
The heart of the Akita beats. Our veins stir. You are close. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will show you the way.
The brambles. How did you... Oh,
An intruder comes.
that's a ghost. That's an Akitan ghost.
You don't belong here. Why have you come? What business do you have in this place? Tell me, before I strike you down. And the gardener. Of course, they'd seek more souls to help them.
The gardener. That must be how the ancient Akitans referred to their god. To stop it all.
I am Numena, Tebaro Senakis, and guardian of the Akita and the living lands. They came swarming, relentless, these juggernauts. So many they stole the heat from the stars. They brought death to our temples. They brought doom to our king. And the sky held no sun as our children screamed.
Oh, I know this. You speak of the Magfolk.
Yes, Story Seeker. Their corpses remain, as do our memories of what they did to us. Yes, they had no fear. They only wanted us to die and die and die. They wanted us forgotten. Our words were burned. Our buildings were broken. Anything that was of Akita, they destroyed.
That's why there are no records. No histories.
We fought so hard, but we fell too. Then they trapped our gardener.
Trapped. A sepulchre of endless night. Bones beneath roots. Stop this. No one answers. The light, it blinded us. Why were we so afraid?
The gardener quickens. This hastens our fears. The gardener was afraid, yes. They were terrified. That was all they saw. Death hungers and cannot be sated. That which killed the Akita wants more slaughter still. So our gardener calls then, begging one more time to be set free.
We wait. They know. They understand. Why do they hinder you?
When the gardener calls, there is no turning away. But you will prove yourself to us through a series of trials. Survive these trials, and you will know the way to the garden. First is a trial of strength. Demonstrate your might against our ancient dead, and earn the right to face the second. You saw. Yes, she was tested. She was trained to build and lead. But she fell, as did all the cities of my people when the Magfolk came. Go now. Your trials begin.
Understudies, we just spoke to an ancient Akedan.
Let's finish this.
Onward, muscle men!
Watch your right!
On your left, dear!
Well, that was certainly a nightmare. Who's next? Anyone?
That ghost called you a Tebaru Sanakis. That must be what the Akita called their godlings. This mural looks idyllic, doesn't it? Sapadal is helping the Akitans grow and flourish. They seem happy.
Much better, thank you.
Going to give us a little break, isn't it?
Gathering their strength. We should do the same.
They're coming from the walls now. So much for the first trial. On to the second.
You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. You did not fall with us. Why have you come here? Tell me your mind. Tell me what rides in it. You wish to find our gardener? I know that story, and where it ends. The Magfolk sought the gardener too, and our gardener did not want to be found. Our gardener knew what the Magfolk would do, and they broke the world to keep themselves safe. The waters boiled, the land opened, the rivers rose, and we drowned.
We broke the pain. We died with them. How did we do this? We bleed, they bleed, the Magfolk strike. How could we pierce the vein? We cannot, we writhe. Why must we feel this again?
There were so few of us left when the Magfolk were at our doors. How could you know of this? Yes, their ways are strange and volatile, and you will need to show wisdom to navigate them. Their ways are not the ways of people. You want a path to the garden? Pass this trial of the mind. Show me how clever you are. We will know the breadth of your wisdom before we let you learn what our gardener truly is.
Whatever gets us answers must be worth it, right?
I wonder if there's a clever trick to it.
Don't overthink it. Just go through.
Oh, just find the right rhythm and we'll be through in a flash.
Don't overthink it. Just go through.
These ghosts aren't very helpful, are they? This was... fair. Let's slow down a bit. That should make things easier. The Echidans are being less welcoming than I'd hoped.
What did you expect? They're dead.
They must be trying to protect their gardener. Still... looks like a list of building materials. Probably for Nakukubel itself. Third time's the charm. Another door is revealed.
But you are an outland. Somehow you've proven to have strength and wit. We now see what you represent. We know the truth of you. We cannot risk you causing another calamity. You know of this. Nimana's brethren were mistaken. But we would know what's best for our gardener. We understand what they are. No more words. You have not earned the right. Finish your last trial. You come as a supplicant. You do not have the privilege of questions. Go.
I wonder what's at the end of all these trials. Can't imagine it's good. Of course these trials require a leap of faith.
You bear our gardener's mark.
The gardener has grown roots into the Outlander.
What do you truly seek with our God?
This is... Oh. Oh. Well, seems like some of the construction crew had all kinds of fun. The fur on the back of my neck is standing up.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. Hesitation. Why do we smell fear? They are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
So, we will not have another calamity in this land again.
If you are as noble a creature as you claim, You will let your bones rest here with ours.
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly. The gardener will not be disturbed. A bold claim. How do I know you can fulfill it? You fight like someone who has everything to lose. I will not say I trust you, but I will not raise arms against you. My fellows, however, will.
On the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we?
Who's next?
Never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
A map? I can't believe it survived all these years. Just waiting for the right hands to pick it up again.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akedan isn't easy to translate, you know.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate.
I think your god would like a word. Try and make it quick.
Come, we yearn for answers. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Tibaru Sinakis, they turn from you. How can this be? Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. Ungrateful! They forget what we have done for them, how we loved them. We were theirs, and they were ours. and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We did not choose this. We did not want this. The earth shook. The waters rose. We will not remember. We do not hide. Lies. The rot twists our memories, splinters them, reflections in a night-swallowed lake. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. Not our fault. We did not will this. We did not do this. We tried. We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We love them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. We will show you our favor. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right? What did you do?
While you were unconscious, the Adra pillar was not. A great deal of energy passed through it, to parts unknown.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Sopidal? Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Galawain's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
We should talk to Marius. He knows the tusks better than anyone. Until then, we must ready ourselves for a fight.
Protect the envoy.
Much as I hate to leave, let's get out of here before our dream thralls.
On your right.
Have that one! Watch your right! Burning! I'm ready to go! Now!
We see!
Leave before you worsen the situation.
Ruins are overgrown with corruption. Should burn it out before it spreads.
You're a child playing at being a hero. You understand none of the forces at work here.
The Circle of Archmagi has overstepped their authority. Again.
I don't know how to explain this any better. It's not a problem to solve mechanics.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. Like you, I've come in service to my country. And my god. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison we burned out of Fure Messiverno.
The only thing you burned was hope, and I am determined to get it back, even if I must take it from you.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapadal. We'll see about that. I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the Burned Queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? Different wars on the same battlefield. There are two plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Is her first instinct always to destroy stuff and hope that fixes things?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far. No, it's ours to decide. And without you, Sapadal can do nothing to stop us.
She's trying to turn you against the living lands, not just Sapadal. She's either desperate or frightened. But I know one thing. She's weak.
That's all well and good. I wish I cared. Kill Sapadal if you must, but do it some other way. You'll leave Naku Kubel alone. Stomp your feet as much as you like. Your opinion doesn't matter to me.
You forget your place, Archmage. No matter. I am happy to remind you.
And I will end you, Inquisitor. I will seal your unlife in ice for an eternity. Do not for a moment think that you possess any power here. You, and more importantly, your people, will regret all of it.
Harm any of my soldiers, and you won't live to regret it.
Not another word, or all of your people die. Now, where was I?
Ah, yes. I want our envoy here to make the decision as to what will follow.
Oh, you have claws, and the courage to use them. I do love that.
I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
Yes. Honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwine from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next, a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall.
Well, in layman's terms, she's going to rip the essence out of a bunch of people in Shatterscarp. For what it's worth, her theory is sound. She could stop the Dream Scourge. In Shatterscarp, at least.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
I once thought of pursuing such an idea, but only after careful study. What she suggests is anything but careful.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the dream thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. Unfortunate, but such is the reality of our situation. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. Hardly surprising. Sapadal brought you back from the dead, which means they have power over you. A blade held to your throat. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one.
So be it. Sapadal's hold on you is stronger than I suspected.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marinzoth Kravan, Eid Marslante. I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
I very rarely take on an apprentice, and I have near infinite patience. The offer will stand. Don't worry. My work will still be here when you're done with your godlike's quest. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
Supposed to claim our people? I can't believe the Inquisitor allowed this.
Why are we deferring to that main...
What is done is done. Do not waste your breath justifying it to me. Countless innocent lives cut short. Even my own soldiers. And for what? Make no mistake. There will be a reckoning for the chaos you unleashed here. At least now I have a better idea of who is pulling your strings. It frightens me how well they've convinced you. Envoy, need I remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a threat at any cost. To impose order where chaos reigns. If you and Heelgard are too spineless to remember your allegiance, I'll have to finish the job myself. All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the chance that Fior Messiverno did not have. Instead, I'm left with one dead settlement, and another dying one. Fior Messiverno was already beyond hope. All I did was light its funeral pyre.
Don't even try and justify what you've done, monster.
A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities to save the Living Lands from itself. I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice. Your impudence has been noted. One more thing, Envoy. I know what happened to Captain Alfear. You fought valiantly, and she fell in disgrace. But now you have a debt to the Steel Garrote. And one day, I will collect it.
What a vile, intolerant creature.
It wasn't supposed to claim our people! I can't believe the
No progress without sacrifice. This magic makes my skin twitch.
What's a few trees to save the forest?
needs fabric. We still have stuff.
It's strange to see so few folks around. I'll have to raise prices to account for the loss.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Sacrifices? Is that what you want to call it? Such a pretty word for so much death. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for? The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones. I'll send word. No one wants you here. Least of all me. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Oh, you're back. Really? Which one? One less thing for me to worry about. Well, off you go then. Back to killing things and leaving me alone.
Welcome back. How can I help? That's how you tell someone their twin brother is dead? What is wrong with you? Gods, poor Aiko. I can't believe he's dead. Guess I'm glad to see we got to empathy eventually. We saw some dream thralls outside of town and realized that they had mushrooms on their faces. We've previously dabbled in such things, so we thought that maybe something good could come of this affliction.
That was your first and second mistake.
And in these trying times, don't we all deserve a bit of reasonably priced happiness? Exactly. Why can't the mushrooms from their dead comrades be that something?
Dull the mind, consume the flesh. Why does the vulture feed?
As a humble merchant, I was a little more reticent to go out and acquire base materials. Aiko was more suited to the rough and tumble aspects than me anyway. Of course, once those materials were acquired, Aiko wrongly decided I hadn't done enough to deserve a share in the profits. He thinks he did all the hard work and I did nothing, so I shouldn't get a cut. But come on, we're family. We were family. How did my brother die? Oh, Aiko, my poor twin and his complete disregard for his own personal health. I feel like Aiko would have wanted me to still work with these, right? Wait, did you open this? Did you try them? Well, if you're going to take the merchandise, the least you can do is tell me what happened. Wait, really? Are you sure?
No one is more disappointed than me, but we're sure.
Great. I've got a dead brother and no merchandise to show for it. Thank you for your help, I guess. I've got to go plan funeral rites for Aiko. Please go away. Oh, and take this. It's the least I could do. Strange to see so few folks around. I'll have to raise prices to account for the
Who needs Bab? Still have stuff.
Watch your back out here, traveler. Temerity sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. You were responsible for all this death. But
we need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
What is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu meio. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that Archmage?
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
If we run into Ludwig out there, it's gonna be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
That might be easier said than done.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a sack of sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Page-Raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. I don't know, Nimdut. I do know whatever I come up with is better than do whatever the voice in my head tells me to do. I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Some things really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. How should I know? I don't know what's going on in my head half the time. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat, my ears ring, I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying. I guess a lot of things happened to me there. I grew up there in Solace, and I left there on purpose. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru, and you broke them.
Ah, so they're not just rude to outsiders, then.
The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru, didn't intend for his people to starve. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it. No, he would have wanted us to live.
Honestly, I don't care.
What's going on here? Is Pargrun...
Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything. Move along.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Parg...
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider.
You won't find much at that old ruin, but I'm glad to see you go.
Follow the main road north and then east. You'll find some dirt paths to follow after you. Now mind your business.
Oh, big mistake!
Radu, be reasonable. We can't live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by Malian and outsiders. The Ray still begs me
We're
to
still
search for
alive?
the missing
That's
Adira
what
merchant
matters.
convoy. But we're stretched too thin, even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until a replacement comes.
I will try. But this can't last.
Another Adiran. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Pate's turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? Needed? I can't say I know much about what's been happening beyond the tasks, but... never mind. You're here and I'm glad for it. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here. Founder of Solace Keep. We have a statue of him there. You both... Anyway, the Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beatles rose in their numbers. Never... I don't know what there is to do. The Beatles and Zarips come back faster than we can cut them down. She and I used to command this tower in turn. I until her life. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Wastes are winning against us. They had made a request to the Keep for aid. After it was denied, her warden spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the Wastes. Main one is just up north of the Twined Wood. Another's just west of them. She's broken her oath and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. I don't expect an outlander to understand, even if you do look like Nandru. We have a duty to watch over the garden, and our oaths are mortal matters. Should we die with an oath unfulfilled, our spirits will linger until another of our wardens sees it completed. And if one of our own breaks an oath... All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes... I don't see... But... Would you be willing to talk to her? I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for trading near her camps.
But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the Dusks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
I heard there's been more bandits seen in Twinewood.
I heard that too. Captain Radut says he has it under control.
The captain's in Nimdut, but I'll never doubt his dedication to rooting out bandits.
I only doubt him when he's placing bets.
Abandoned by the look of it.
Please, stay with us.
I wonder when we'll get back to the keep.
Why? Kostyu's really starting to raise a stink.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
Well, let's not talk about it. Wouldn't want to ruin the meal.
Hey, I might have...
You're right. Walk like it's her. That's done.
I can bring back someone to help you. Please, if you just...
Traveler, what business have you here with me?
Looks like that woman and the ogre aren't getting along very well. Be careful getting close.
Well, what is it? You and I are talking. A rare luxury for one of my kind, I've found. Because they attacked me. Because now, you and I must talk. If you care for her life, we must talk. Because I need someone to listen. To simply listen before they lash out at me with fury and hate.
A creature wounded. It howls and beats its chest against its fate, and still Kith hear cries of a monster. We understand.
Will you listen? I am ill. I am dying. But I am not beyond hope. Not if I can get a cure for my molder lung in time. You will. I am glad that... I am glad you will help. I apologize. My breath left me for a moment. What I need is this. Galeen said the caravan carried a book. One with a recipe that should cure my condition. Bring me the cure. When you do, I shall let Galeen go free. Thank you, traveler. The caravan is northeast of here. You may speak to Galeen, too, if she can...
Please, hurry. It'd be somewhere among... Those wagons have seen better days. I see a steel baroque camp ahead. They're already here. Can't be good news.
As I live and breathe, the faithless envoy. Ludwine finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
We'd be there already if not for the roots. The tower calls. The roots strangle. The roots say your name, Envoy. They say you told them to do it. You've done what the roots want. Poison in our veins. Traitor. I know what you are. The roots try to choke the steel garrote, and we will strangle them in return. Cut them! Bleed them!
That's the Dream Scourge talking. We should put them down. Give them a swift end.
The roots come. Dark! Envoy!
Someone there.
Over here!
Someone's eating me. Watch your right! Nicely done! Oh! You're right! Need a moment.
I'll fix it. say we're on the right track. That island. It must be the garden. I don't know what I expected, but it's beautiful. Even from afar. But how do we reach it? We didn't come this far to give up now. Search the tower. So close. So, there is yet another path to the garden.
The other path is hidden well. I certainly don't see any way across the Acid Sea.
I say we have a look around. Follow your divine instincts, and try not to draw unwanted attention. If we get lost, we can ask the wardens for help. Solace Keep is pretty hard to miss. I'll follow your lead. Thought I'd miss Emerald Stair. I'm coming for Ludwig next.
Looks like we aren't the only ones out here. Be careful. Keep quiet.
Let's get them! On the left! Coming from the left!
We've got company!
Look out! Behind you!
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
Let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this bar-7 justice system answer for itself.
Oh, how cozy. The blood really brings everything together.
Oh, thank the gods. Fine.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and cause. I don't know about map making, but we confiscated these. Maybe they're what you're looking.
You know, Sansa? You can't just leave me here. I can explain, I promise. I admit, I took a few things from Pargrun and Memorial. And I admit, the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expedition... Easy to pass Sansa has no idea what the Living Lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not.
We do fine without...
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and...
Here now!
Are you kidding? That's the best argument I've heard all day. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Now, take those notes to Sansa, and don't tell him where I've been. If I never smell sulfur again, it'll be too soon.
Well, isn't this a homely little fortress? So warm, so welcoming.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. I could care less if you fought Magrin herself. Death is better than catching Michala's ire. It's a violation of Tenet 3 of Nandru's 9 creeds. No person excepting wardens of the Pargrunen shall be granted... That is correct. Without the Solace Count, no warden...
I hate to drag Marius into this mess, but we're going... It's hard to imagine my people taking shelter in Paradise.
Paradise is big enough to get lost in.
When you're starting over, sometimes you need that. Don't worry. They'll find their place. Place there.
Maybe it is safer to remain lost.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Roots like a wall, we only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. The moon waxes from darkness. A new turn. New memories. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn. We could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here. A green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. Freedom from the garden. A lamp to light our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Gods. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe? Never thought I'd be going back to Galloway's tusks.
You again? I told you the first time.
Ah, Foitu Mayu. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
What? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
That would be news to me.
You're alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Jitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. We all face difficulty, yet we've stayed, except Marius. Either way, it doesn't solve how I'm going to explain this to the Council.
let us handle the council. You just sit here staring out into the tusks like you were.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Ha! If those bastards were here, we'd know. And if they came for us, we'd kill them. Simple as that.
Oh, then I guess we have nothing to worry about. Solace is saved, and we didn't even have to do anything.
And I'm supposed to take you at your word? You're no less adherent than those bastards. You know the position this puts me in. If I let you in, the council will have my head. Just like an adherent to make a convenient promise they have no hope of keeping. There are always consequences, godlike. Always.
Cosmine, Solace Keep is in real danger. Do you truly think I'd come back here for anything less?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
I admit it. Solace is damned impressive. Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls.
If it's the new...
All right, all right.
You just Nandro. You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind. Duty won't feed us, Mother. Duty won't keep us from dying. Is that Marius? He's alive?
Welcome back to... Odica's nails! An outsider!
Sanctuary of Nandro. Hasn't changed a bit.
Let's keep blood in this crowd.
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world, lest it leave us behind. Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from Thor, or all of the goods that passed through
The council chamber is behind me. Take the lift.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
You do the talking. I'm out of my elements.
If we open our gates, we will talk about this later. We have a guest. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
Indeed, you do.
And we'll gladly help you, right across our borders.
Believe me, I don't intend to stick around. Tell us what we need to know and we'll be gone before you remember to miss me.
Very well. We'll deal with you later.
So, you need our help. What do you expect us to do for you, precisely?
There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
Right. Here we go.
Be silent. Have you no shame?
The garden is our sacred purpose. Its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. We used to be wanderers, explorers, caretakers of the island, until Nandru heard the call of the garden. He planted Solace Keep here, in the spot where it first spoke to him, and charged his people to forever protect it from all who might threaten its peace.
More accurately, he chained us to a barren wasteland 600 years ago, and abandoned us.
He gave his life to protect us from the world. We thank him by defending the garden. Nandru once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face. I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and he's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
I don't care if you do. You are free, as we all are, to believe or disbelieve as you like. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider, and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you. I would expect nothing less from someone like yourself.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Poor Marius. At least I only had to deal with one politician. He's up against 2.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on. No, indeed. I feel I owe you an apology. The situation here is desperate. But Mihala, she... There are just not enough. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we... There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. I am. I know I can't win all of them, and I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only stop. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Go then. Seek the Stilgarot. Seek the garden. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. You are driven by a singular purpose. I admire your ferocity, Envoy, that you would readily kill your own. In any case, the Stilgarot are at the Mount... Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirins can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also... Well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare... Oh, please. Look in...
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errand.
I do, Marius. Because I Is that so outrageous?
You have a funny way...
I wouldn't ask. They are to the north, and look for... Thank you.
Brother? So you're the outsiders my guards led you to the keep. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you have a complaint, can it wait? Already dealing with enough. Doesn't matter. Unless the council has approved. And now one of my wardens has let you in. That's because none of this is my job. Not really. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but... Of course it's the... Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. Look, one of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time. Would you? She's like...
Odd for the captain of the guard to disappear like that. Let's look into this.
Oh, good.
Be careful. Be careful. Some of our best wardens were lost to that thing. Bereth guide their souls to a better life.
Hmm? Marius? You're...
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working at... Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Something must have happened to him. Not exactly. It's law in the Keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always come. I figure... something must have happened. I don't know. Petru's insist. Look, if even a... Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people.
Sometimes people just leave. He's probably drunk somewhere feeling bad about it.
That's it. I'm cutting you off, Mina. Talking nonsense.
Saka, you know it. You're too scared of Mihala to even think otherwise.
Outside. You need something?
Mihala understands the importance of tradition. Nandru exactly.
To leave would only insult the great founder.
patron god of smiths and...
Ah, the outsiders! Well... I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's important. Indeed. They came down to tell us that we had outsiders about. Hush!
Where is that caravan?
People say Woden.
Bolty?
Mari? What can I do for...
Take pride in our home, fellow Pagrunen, for Solace is an impenetrable fortress that can withstand any assault.
An outsider! I've never seen someone so dull.
The interpretation that bothers me.
No one sees me like this. Who let you in here? What do you want? No, of course not. I must live, no, suffer in squalor now. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that live up to my taste. But as long as Mihala can... All the shops only have cheap...
Tule! Spider the size of my dick.
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. Word, please. Ah, the infamous... I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious. The monks tell us that Nandru had a... I wonder if you share. And perhaps our hunters can track beat. It's water up. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councillors fuss. It's all traditionalist, tradition that. There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten Zorep eggs. But no one... Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in slumbering fields far to the southwest. We'll send a team to start repairs. I haven't heard from them. and acknowledge that someone else came here before us and built something worth preserving? That's Pagrun pride for you. I call it damn fool stuff. But now that they was...
Oh, good. Can't believe the only... Will you help? Ugh, my hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to get such a But with all the construct... I think it's somewhere down there. Ah! Murty envoy.
Then go somewhere else and... I honestly... Yeah. I have...
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep.
With respect, Outland. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother. Pargrunina. Even if it costs you your...
Kostya has a lot to answer. See? Even the Outlander agrees with me. Kostya means well, but he's short-sighted. Mikhaila knows what...
In...
What do you think it means?
What do you think what means?
The Outlander coming to Solace Keep. What do you think it means? Is it a sign from Nandru?
A sign from Nandru? Don't let Mikhaila hear you say this.
Suppose that's edible. Looking forward to it, though.
Vegas definitely get the choosers.
My gods, they're killing us! Outlander! The archives! Please, gods! My brothers! My fellow Oh my god. Oh, thank head. Look for Grigor.
Zarb tracks. Lots of them. We're entering hostile territory.
Let's go.
Watch it.
I've done it better.
Glad that's over.
This has seen better days. This was animancy equipment.
That Nimdu Petru definitely got himself locked up in the Ash Forest. He'll still be there. The Zards didn't get to him first. One moment.
You don't really need an animancer for this, do you? I'd only get in your way.
I don't want to go back. I can't. I don't want to patrol this place anymore.
Arms up!
Marius, look alive!
Who are you, Spirit? The plague's corrupted the rest of us. The steel garrote. Our minds.
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
Go away. My soul is mine. Mine! It will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Ludwig taught us to banish the visions? Fierce.
I wish I could say he isn't too far gone, but we both know better. So what's the plan? Because I don't love the way he's...
No! No! My soul is my own!
Come and get me!
They're coming!
Be ready. Lava can be really off-putting if you're not used to it.
I'm with you!
I heard something. Stop right there. Just be here.
Bad on, boy.
What is the envoy?
It's the envoy. Enemy to the right.
The Steel Garrote did this. You can tell because the cowards ran away.
Heal yourself! That it?
Who's that?
Found you!
How do we do it?
Here we go!
What's your right?
That was a close one.
Piss you at the roots if you like. Please help me!
Not bad, boy.
Here? No! The Steel Garrote? Please. There is a friend of mine hiding in this.
Right. We better get moving.
Not saying a word.
Stop right there!
Get them! Couldn't have done it better. Careful, to the left!
To your left. Stay down.
Well, that's that. We'll need another way through.
We've got company. To the right.
On your left.
To the left.
come.
Protect the envoy.
Look left.
Couldn't have done it better.
The steel garrotes left in a hurry. Either they were 2 steps ahead of us, or running for their lives. What do we have here? Pargrunin books and documents. Some of them quite old.
They circled Solace Keep on the map. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Impossible. I've explored every inch of the keep. If there was a path to the garden...
It would have to be underground. Ludwig must have an informant.
Doesn't matter. A steel garrote getting to the garden cannot be a good thing.
No hesitation.
About blessed day time. Nothing has changed here, but everything has changed. Can't figure out how I feel about that.
Trespasser! She defiles our ground! Murderer! She is near!
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? The time has come to take the garden.
Wardens will never...
Yesterday, this island suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today, the Living Lands unites under one flag. One people. One law. One true God.
No! Never again!
Cory in the brush!
They're trying to close now?
Nicely done!
Let's talk.
That's done? Who's hungry?
So here you are. Sapadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides? She weaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladins, envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dream Scourge is Sapadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the Living Lands. And mortals have a right to secure their future. What a pair we make, envoy. Proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment? Or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear? See what your god allows you to see. No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sapadal. Plague, blight, madness. The Living Lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god, much less one that's lost its mind.
We were fine living at the whim of a sleeping god until you came along and woke it up.
Use whatever brain is left in your skull. Mortals have been here for centuries. It's only gotten worse since you arrived.
You and I alone can save the Living Lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sapadal.
Break the bars!
Right. We've definitely all had input on that decision.
Hear that, you shambling old bag of bones? You decaying cesspit of nightmares?
I knew it might come to this. Sapadal has a stronger claim on you than we ever did. Still, I had hoped your wisdom would prevail, if not your loyalty. What a shame to destroy so much potential. You are the key to Sapadal's prison. That isn't your fault. It merely is. And it has to end. Prepare yourself for the beyond.
Dream throws on our flank.
Let's finish this.
Nice fight.
Bad, envoy.
Coming from the left.
I think they're coming from the camps.
On your left! Turn around. Another soul for the wheel.
Take a moment, people. We did it! That steel-garrot Korba died just like anyone else. Right. I don't trust that woman to die like a normal person. The garden lit up, and everyone changed. I hate to say it, but maybe Ludwig is right about Sapadal and the Dream Scourge. I really need to lie down. Just for a minute.